I assume so. Characteristically competent start from me. Hello. Welcome to Dungeons and Dreamers, the show where we have a rotating cast of DMs, and each week we will play a dream of the character that we play in the other episodes that we don't DM. Sounds complicated, really isn't. It's going to be fine. Bear with us as we delve deep into some potentially disturbing and hopefully entertaining facts. Pardon me while I laugh uproariously at Adam, our moderator, as he apologizes for not counting us in.
What he does.
Let's start with introducing everybody. So I'll start from the top of the Zoom call for me. Tiana, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your character?
Sure. Hi, I'm Tiana, and I am playing Riri, who is an Eric Hokra monk. She's about, 5'0", modeled after a red-tailed hawk, a little bit of extra red. You can see the picture next to me. I can't see it, so I have no idea which side of me it's on. And I'm really looking forward to playing a monk with talons.
I can't say I blame you for that. And next up is Sullivan.
Hi, I'm Sullivan Harris, and I will be playing Randy Pepper. He is a 93-year-old wizard/fighter. There's a couple things you need to know about Randy Pepper. So first thing, he does not wear a shirt ever. And there are two proficiencies he has, skill proficiencies that are directly related to that. The first is intimidation. So obviously, since he's so ripped, this man is like jacked to the extreme. He is proficient in intimidation just because people look at him and, he's a ripped old man, so you're intimidated. The second one is acrobatics. And I'm sure you're all wondering, how is acrobatics related to the fact that this man is not wearing a shirt? The answer to that is, since he cannot wear armor on his torso, all of his armor is in his pants. So when an enemy attacks him and it does not hit his armor class, what he's doing is some sort of like breakdance cartwheel to get his pants up to where the weapon is hitting, so it will bounce right off. And yeah, that's what you need to know about Randy Pepper.
Pants of deflection.
Pants of deflection.
Dragonbait.
Hello, I'm Dragonbait. Wow, Dragonbait. I am playing Grandma Mabel Jean, and I am an elderly half-elf warlock who sold her soul for crocheting skills.
What?
Nice. Worth it. Totally worth it.
Can I ask to who?
No.
Okay.
Me and Danny would get on. I swear that's how Danny is so damn good with her yarn work.
Yes.
Absolutely. And Ernest.
Okay, yeah, I'm Ernest. I'm playing Heatcaster Bellows, the Warforged Bard Artificer. He really he wants to be people really bad, but he's not the best at it. He's got a set of bagpipes in his body, and he's obnoxious as possible at all times, which is probably why he's stuck with everybody else. So
forgot about the bagpipes.
I'm really excited to hang out with him. I'm going to be playing. You may have noticed there's another conspicuous gentleman that I haven't referred to yet, but I'll get to him in a second. I'm playing Plisken. He's a Yuan-Ti Eldritch Knight. I'm also DMing this evening, as it's my character's dream that we'll be playing. Finally, we have Jeremy.
Hi.
Carry on. Sorry, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Gerundu will be the dungeon master, but you're probably all wondering, why does it say DM under my name? And that is because I am here to introduce the story to you, and then I will disappear for 6 weeks, and I will return to unleash all sorts of havoc on these fine people right here. I'm Jeremy. You might know me as one of the two hosts of Dice Talk, and then you might know me from Roll for Weird, and then I've also done a lot of the Patreon streams that are right here on Twitch. But if no one else has anything to say right now, then allow me a moment to wisp you away. The adventurer's legs ached painfully after so many days of heavy travel. Having climbed deep into the tall, seemingly endless eastern mountains, the 6 travelers would at last lay their eyes upon that which they had sought after for so long. Massive columns of bronze sandstone protruded from the otherwise natural-looking cliffside. A long, intricately carved roof could be seen balanced atop the pillars, detailed with a glorious arrangement of ancient carvings and reliefs of horned creatures with wings and claws and spindly tails. Descending from the top of the ziggurat-like structure was a set of 16 giant stone steps, and they were flanked on both sides by massive statues of lion-like creatures with feathery wings, 6 legs, and the head of a human woman. Each of these 2 Lamasu guardians were carved with such expertise that they looked as if they might spring to life at any moment and devour anyone who dares to trespass further. As our heroes courageously advance these steps, they are relieved to find no reaction from the statues, and upon reaching the top, are greeted with a most extraordinary scene. At the top of the stairs is a large room that looks like an altar dedicated to some long-forgotten god. There's piles of gold that sit in great heaps around the room, littered with shimmering gems and crystals and treasures beyond your wildest dreams. And in the center, built into the side of the wall, is a great bronze throne, painted with a shimmering coat of brilliant lapis and supporting a heavily armored skeleton who is still wearing a crown. The skeleton's left hand rests wrapped around the jeweled hilt of a valuable-looking longsword, while its right clutches some gold and ruby object that's fastened around its neck. As the last of our adventurers makes their way into the glorious treasure room, the ground would begin to shake, and you hear a loud scraping sound that can be heard coming from behind you as the wall rises up, blocking off the stairway from which you had just come. The dust begins to settle, and you notice movement across the room. "Who has disturbed me?" The skeleton sitting atop the throne begins to rattle and shake, and its right hand slowly begins to stretch out towards you, displaying the ruby talisman that then begins to glow a deep and violent red. "Who thinks themselves worthy?" Just as you hear the words, you hear the sound of clanging metal echoing around the room. Each of our heroes start to drop their weapons, and they begin to collapse upon the treasure-strewn floor. Your legs go numb, and each of you feel a creeping fog begin to consume your mind, and with little explanation, your world fades slowly into darkness. Gerundu, the narrative is now yours, and over the next 6 weeks, I wish all of you good luck.
Ooh,
Well
Goodbye.
done,
That's intense.
sir.
awesome. Thank you, Jeremy.
All right, well, you guys have fun.
Thanks,
Jeremy.
Dad.
All right, see ya.
Well, I've got to follow that. So shit. But I'm going to give it the old college try. So, as soon as you feel yourself fall asleep, incongruously, your eyes open, and you're sitting at a table in a bustling tavern. There's the comforting smells of mulled wine and hot food, and mingling pleasantly around in the air. There's a band playing a merry folk tune while the gentle buzz of conversation and general good feeling murmurs around you. The place is busy, and as a server sort of gently passes through the bustle past your table, you notice that they look like your friend Plisken, as does everybody else in the tavern.
Oh no. Hey, bartender.
Yes.
Hey, I noticed we don't have enough beer at our table. Can we fix that?
Absolutely, sir. And then he sort of bustles out. His general manner and bearing and demeanor is exactly like that of your friend, except he's sort of a little bit overweight and has an apron on, dressed conventionally as a bartender, rather than the dashing debonair swordsman that you are accustomed to.
Obviously, you should have ordered whiskey. It makes you feel better.
Listen. I need a couple beers to sort of lube the system. Then we'll move on to whiskey. That guy seems kind of familiar, though, doesn't he?
The real trick is to never be unlubed, so you just always have something to drink.
This is why we're friends.
Can't be drunk or high. Oh crap!
I'm so sorry.
We'll work on that. Well, that's like number one on my to-do list is to get you.
You just haven't drank enough, honey.
Perhaps I could furnish you with some kind of oil or lubricating fluid, sir.
He's back.
Sort of places down a couple of pitchers of ale and glasses for everybody.
I have a quick question.
Welcome to the Plisken.
Wow.
I'll have a martini, make it crude. Yeah.
Absolutely, sir.
Wait,
I believe you had a question, sir.
For the DM, do we remember what happened at the top of the hill under the roof, or are we just in a tavern?
Yeah, you've awoken you've awoken in the tavern, knowing full well that you've just been sort of magically put to sleep or whatever's happened. So you know something's happened.
I don't sleep.
I can't be magically put to sleep, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, if you pardon me stepping outside of the narrative for a second, if you just follow the conceit of the show, I'm sure you'll find that we have a much smoother experience.
Oh, Randy, I caught the meat sleep.
Wait, you got the what?
I caught the meat sleep. You know, the thing you do where you fall down and then you don't get back up for 8 to 10 hours or 6 if you're anxious.
Yeah, you caught the. I don't know what you're saying, but you caught it. Yeah, you did.
Or 4 if you're an elf. Elves only need to face plant for 4 hours.
Okay, everybody, I think I know what happened here. I think that whatever that skeleton thing was put us inside of Plisken's head. And for some reason, he calls his brain the Plisken.
I mean, he does like his puns.
And himself.
You're right.
Hey, bartender.
As you say that, you could just hear a conversation from the table next to you going, you know what, mate, I think you're really nice. It's like, yes, I am rather nice, aren't I? Yes.
Hey, bartender.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just gonna cut to the chase here. You look like my friend Plisken. We're in the Plisken. Are we inside of Plisken's head right now?
Aren't we all? We're always inside Plisken's head right now. This is the Plisken.
I can't fight ego like that.
I mean, yes, you can.
It's the most wonderful place in the whole world.
Well, it's not too bad so far. Get us a couple more shots, and we'll see about that.
As you say that, he looks a little bit downcast, and you might just sort of detect a slight tremor through the floor and walls.
Ooh. Can I insight that? I say, remembering that I didn't grab my dice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dungeons and Dragons without dice, Tiana.
I'm used to playing on Roll20 now. I'm not used to playing Dungeons and Dragons where people actually trust the other people who roll.
Just for the record, I'm absolutely fine with whatever method you want to use to roll things. If you want to use a dice roller or whatever, and I don't need to see the results. I trust you.
Okay. I'm not used to that. That's an 11.
Not really sure. I think you might make the vague connection that it's something to do with what was said.
Oh, I've got the shakes again.
Do what was said. Hey, bartender, what's wrong? You seem a little sad.
Well, this is you. I thought this is the nicest place in all the world.
Oh well, I mean, I'm sure it is, buddy. I'm sure it is. And then I wink at him.
He sort of goes, yeah, and the candles sort of gleam a little bit brighter, and the music starts playing a little bit more loudly.
I'm gonna look outside for problems. In his head.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
So there's there's windows and doors. How you want to investigate is entirely up to you.
I just want to look for a big glaring like dumpster fire or
like 2020 is right now.
or outside, a terrible crag or something.
Outside of the windows, you just see like a misty sort of indistinct grayness that just extends into infinity.
Ah, Barovia. Been there many times.
But
Oh
underneath
man, nothing here but him. Gotta go to the basement.
So question real quick, Grundu. I know you said everybody looks like him, but do they look almost exactly like him, like eye patch and
They
everything?
have exactly his face, eye patch, everything.
Cool.
It was like female versions of himself, but they have exactly his face.
I'm over here in a corner eating oatmeal by myself.
Everybody looks exactly like him. They might have like slight differences in body type or dress, but they all exactly facially resemble him.
I've had nightmares like this.
I think we've all had the old Plisken nightmare.
Oh, he's a very lovely boy.
Well, I agree. I think, when things go wrong inside a tavern, the first place to check is usually the basement.
Yes, I agree.
Sure.
My
All
legs
right.
don't hurt anymore, so let's go. She
Yeah.
hobbles, gets up.
Finish my drink, put the stein back down.
I did not drink any of that. I don't trust it.
I'll finish anything that wasn't drank by anyone else that's still on the table.
Oh no, I take my crude martini and I drink it.
I will absolutely swat his hands
amazing.
away. I will absolutely swat his hands away if he tries to touch any of my drinks. Like, nope, it's my superpower. Leave it alone.
All of the drinks are amazing, but they kind of like
Tastes like Plisken.
You drink them, and then it's like you've never actually. There's like no liquid in your mouth like afterwards. It's like when you drink something in a dream, you're not actually taking anything into your mouth.
Yeah.
But you get the sensation of deliciousness.
All these drinks are despair. Oh, hollow.
It's like I get the pleasure of drinking, but it doesn't do anything. I feel like you, dude. I feel just like you.
I get pleasure. Just, from watching people cringe and other things. It's fine.
Fine.
He gets
as the levels of
fine.
as the levels of passive aggression in the room rise, the candles dim slightly. You feel general. The more you express dissatisfaction with the drinks, the more sort of dark and depressing the room sort of becomes.
Uh-oh.
Have some whiskey, honey. Makes you feel better. I hold out my flask.
Who are you holding? Who are you holding?
To
out to?
anybody. It's just
take
to
it. I take it and I drink it.
I'm
And
sure
it's delicious.
I'm sure it doesn't taste like anything because it's a dream.
No, it tastes like something. It just doesn't feel like anything, and that's the
That's right. It tastes like the
disappointing
best
part.
You get the emotional response as if you'd drunk some whiskey, but not the physical effects.
All right, I want to scan the bar for any sort, like wherever the basement is, where a basement door or something.
Okay, give me an investigation.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for anybody who doesn't look like our friend.
I got an 18 plus 3, so 21.
Oh, you find the shit out of that basement.
Yeah, that's Randy Pepper, baby.
Randy notices that there's the barman sort of consistently goes down behind the bar, like walking down as if walking down a flight of steps down a trapdoor. So strongly suspect that the entry to the basement, or at least one of them, is behind the bar. And since you rolled so high, I'll give you that there seems to be what might be a hatchway underneath the stairs to the upper floors of the inn as well that might possibly go to the basement.
All right, everybody, there's a staircase behind the bar and a trapdoor under the stairs. Which one do we want to take? I like trapdoors more. They're more exciting.
This is true. We could go down the trapdoor, which would make sense because everything bad happens in a basement, never upstairs.
But the bad thing will look like Plisken, so it'll be kind of okay.
Yeah, you said it yourself. Plisken's a good-looking dude.
He's not a bad-looking boy, yes.
All right.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Do the lights brighten a bit?
The lights brighten up tremendously, and then like the band hits up like an incredible like trumpet solo.
Trumpet solo.
Do I notice this as they're like flattering Plisken?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty. The more that you do it, the brighter the lights get and the louder the music gets.
Oh my!
You know, I wonder. I wonder what would happen if we started, not flattering him.
You want to talk shit about our friend?
I mean, yes, always.
You're not wrong. You know, that one time he did drink all the whiskey.
He drank all of my whiskey.
Hey, he drank all of my whiskey once too.
What about
I should
you?
get whiskey.
The lights are dimming. The band starts sort of dropping bum notes in.
And I'm like watching all of this as we're talking.
I wonder what happened. And do you think the eye patch is just a look or if it's like an actual thing?
As you say that,
Oh no.
as you say that, the walls of the inn just fall outwards like a dying flower, like the petals of a dying flower. They open up and fall off. And as they hit the impact with the ground, or what would be analogous to the ground, they disappear with a soft poof. And what you're presented with
Guess we're
is
not going into the basement.
the gateway. And all the color bleeds from the world. You're left with like a monochromatic vista of this gateway.
Oh no, we're in the
Opens up to
past.
a drive. Opens up to a drive to a really dreary looking manor house. Soft rain falls around you, and there's sort of a distant crackle of thunder. But it's all sort of depressing rather than dramatic and tense. Serpentine topiary leers out from a drive lined with wicked thorns. Behind you, there is simply the grey nothingness that extends out into infinity. So you're presented now with like a dreary, dismal driveway. After questioning the authenticity of his eye patch,
Oh no.
the facade of bonhomie and pleasantness
Oh, no.
has fallen entirely away. You venture forward into this dark and depressing driveway.
Well, I guess we have to find the basement in there now.
We're going into a basement one way or another.
Any basement in that manor house is probably filled with all sorts of nasty things, and I'd rather just find our friend and get out of here.
We were just in a place
Yeah.
full of him. Like, what are you talking about?
Our real friend. That wasn't him. That was shadows of him.
Are we sure?
They just disappeared.
Yeah, they're gone, like they were never there.
Okay, I'm going to start walking towards the house, keeping an
Okay.
eye out for these snake things in case it tries to like come alive or something.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna like jump up and fly a little bit above the path so that I'm above the topiaries and like watching over the grounds.
Ah,
Okay.
shit. She could have carried some of us.
Randy
could
sees
not
that
be
everyone else
heavy.
is doing something cool, and so he just like crouches really low but doesn't do anything. He's just like walking in a crouch. Yeah.
I mechanically walk forward. I pull out my viol, and I let it turn into a little smaller robot and let it walk with me.
Oh, nice.
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 Oh no.
As you walk a little
It's
bit,
my
you-
friend.
What's your passive perception, Heatcaster?
My passive perception is garbage. It is 10.
You hear a faint plant-like rustling as you stroll past one of the plants, but it could just be the wind.
I get startled and I blare at it like I puff up like a puff at her, but it's really just my bellows pumping out, and I start bagpiping at it because it scared me clearly.
Bagpiping.
It's like that dinosaur that like feathers out
Yeah.
and like spits venom.
Or
The,
scooping up its tail.
Yeah.
the topiary snake that is closest to you sort of rears back as you blast out this long drawn-out note on your bagpipes. It doesn't seem to be moving to attack you just yet, but it's pulled all the way back in obvious disconcern at what's going on. Like, "Oh, what is this?"
Randy Pepper does not like moving topiaries, so he is going to turn and cast Burning Hands on that immediately.
Okay.
And, so let me see what Burning Hands does. So as you hold your hands with thumbs touching and fingers spread, a thin sheet of flame shoots from your outstretched fingertips. Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw.
Tips.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that's the tree.
Yeah, just do the
Topiary. It's like a
topiary.
hedge.
Yeah, it's like, like a elaborately trimmed, sculpted hedge. But in this instance, it's in the shape of a cobra that's about to strike.
It's about to be burnt. That's what it's about to be.
About to burn pretty bad. So, right. Burning Hands. Let me get my notes up.
I don't want to say this, but I'm assuming that this also is going to hit Heat Caster. Is that your name? Heat?
Yep, Heat Caster.
I'm assuming this is going to hit you too, since you're right in front of it.
Yeah, as he was passing in front of it, I think it's probably going to. So yeah, we'll do
It's not an area of effect though.
It's a
It's a
cone.
15-foot cone.
Oh, that's true.
It's in that cone.
That's
Yeah.
true. So you'll have to make a
Fire.
This will
is
be a
more
dex save.
interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
We'll resolve that one first.
I have a 24.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. And this is a topiary, so it's practically immobile. I'm not even gonna make you. I'm not even gonna make it roll for that. Yeah, it hits.
Okay, so he
Um,
takes, or it takes. I'm not going to assign this topiary a gender. 3d6, which will be 10 damage, fire damage, as Randy Pepper just screams, "Fire!"
Brilliant. Okay, well, I guess with that we shall.
Oh,
Have
but
some
also
initiative.
Heatcaster takes half of that, so you take 5 fire damage.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So he has to
What are you
take
trying to
5.
do? Scorch my finish?
He went at you, and I don't like that.
Did I just hear roll for initiative?
We'll have some initiative, please. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Surprised.
All
I got a
let's-
15 plus 5, so 20.
Damn.
20. Wow.
One thing.
Flip wizard.
I do what I can.
Okay. What did everybody else get, Tiana? What did you get?
I got a 16.
16.
I also got a 16.
I'm going to bet my
Okay.
dex is higher than yours.
What's your dex?
20.
Yeah.
Huh.
You never know. Maybe I was just like flip warlock, whatever.
And Ernest, what was yours? Sorry?
I have a 19.
19. Nice.
We all
Good
rolled real
initiatives,
well.
Yeah.
Proud of us.
We're going to kill these bushes.
You kill this bush so hard. And Bush rolled a natty 1. So Bush goes last.
We're going to kill this bush. It's all over now, Bush.
All right. So let's have Randy then, as we go into initiative order.
Okay. I kind of like how that last thing turned out, so I think I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
Actually, that's no fun. I'm going to run up to it with my sword. I have a sword, a short sword. So I'm going to pull that out, run up to it, and I'm going to use my booming blade, which is a cantrip that while I make a melee attack, if I hit it, it does some stuff. So I'm going to roll to hit it.
Okay.
So I got a 4.
Not quite good enough.
No.
You got anything else you can do? Any bonus actions?
I think
or
I'm
anything?
good. I think I'm going to just
Alrighty.
take the L on that one.
Heatcaster, slightly singed Heatcaster. You're up.
First I tried to dust the singe off my finish, and then I will try a shatter as I blare my bagpipes and carry the sound waves at the bush.
Nice.
Fighting a bush.
Gonna shatter that bush. Really terrible double entendres. I apologize.
It's fine.
Anyone watching this?
I basically can't help myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They know us well.
I will apologize. So
It's
it's a
con
constitution throw.
save.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the area of effect on shatter?
Is a 10-foot sphere. I would
Shall
like
I
to
roll it on a
angle
flat surface?
just trying to get the bush.
That is a 6, which I'm assuming does not cut the mustard.
No. I
All
will
right.
deal 15 damage, thunder damage.
Oof.
I love Shatter. Love
So-
that spell.
The leaden skies crack open as a peal of thunder booms out and shakes off limbs and leaves and foliage from this topiary snake. It's still standing. It looks pretty much worse the wear. It's going to cause the gardener to have a little bit of overtime, for sure. But it's still standing.
Well, it shouldn't have scared me.
That's true. Riri.
I'm gonna dive bomb it from the sky.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
So I hear what's going on and like circle around for a second and then just like dive in on it. My quarterstaff held in both hands, and I'm going to make 2 attacks on it as I'm arcing toward the ground.
All right. Cool. Let's have some rolls for that.
Let's see if it's actually as cool as it is in my head.
It sounds amazing. So
Right? That is a 25 to hit,
well, shit. Yeah, that hits.
and I get 2 attacks at this level, so that's 21 to hit.
Yeah, both of those hit comfortably.
Neat. And those, and I'm using it with both hands, so it is two. It is each of them is 2d8 is 1d8 plus 5.
Yeah.
I can words really. So that is 15.
I do word. Another 15.
15 points of damage. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
And then I'm gonna like land next to it and drop my staff to one hand and go after it with an unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Dirty 20.
Yep, that'll do.
And it's with my talons, so that is 9 points of damage.
This thing is basically just a twig at this point, but it's
I
still
stripped branches down as I was coming down.
Yeah, you've like Black and Deckard this thing down to nearly nothing.
And that's my
DB,
turn.
I forget your character's name. Granny
Mabel Jean.
Mabel Jean.
Actually named
Sorry.
after my actual grandmother. So
Wonderful.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's nice.
I'm going to cast two beams of Eldritch Blast at this thing. Okay, well, one of them is a 9, so I doubt that hits.
Nope.
The other one is a 26.
Let me just stop you there. How does it die?
Oh, cool. So
What does it
Kill
look like
thief.
when this granny takes apart this twig?
she just kind of like waddles up and extends her hand, and like she's not wearing her glasses, they're like hanging from her neck, so the one is like off to the side, and she's like, shit. So she puts her glasses on and extends her hand again and hits the twig. I don't really know what we were fighting. I'm very
It
confused.
started off as an animated hedge in
Okay.
the shape of a snake.
Okay. Well,
By the time everybody else got done with it,
Yeah.
it was a sapling. So
Granny didn't know what they were doing, so she's just like, I guess I'll shoot at the twig thing, and she lets out a purple blast of Eldritch Blast at this creature thing.
it's as if it never was. It was just completely gone.
yeah.
Are we just destroying like plants now?
Decorative plants.
What's happening?
It did
I want to
move.
stand where it once was and just start jumping on it and be like, dang dirty bush, get out of here. We don't want you here.
The sky darkens. It starts raining a little bit heavier.
Uh-oh.
We should get inside before everybody catches pneumonia.
Maybe I should become a gardener.
You just hear someone off in the distance going, I wish you would, this is thankless work.
You shouldn't make things that move when guests approach. People don't like that.
And then there's a muffled scream as a branch of thorns drags him into the undergrowth. And is never heard from again.
Poor gardener.
Yeah, poor
Well,
gardener.
second thought, no gardening for me. No. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna like jump up and take off flying again after being like, yep, my work down here is done, and start flying toward the door. Try not to bother the topiaries.
I do what I want.
It's basically a straight shot down this drive towards this creepy, quite grand, but like whether it's like this in real life or if this is just a representation of Plisken's feelings about the place, you don't know. But it's like says it's like Plisken Manor was written above the gate, so it seems like it's the family residence, but it's in a state of disrepair and it looks pretty horrible as you approach it. Were you was really looking to scout ahead, or were you just flying straight to the door?
Yeah, I'm going to scout ahead a little bit just because I have a flying speed of like 65, so I'm getting there well ahead of everyone else and want to like aerial surveillance basically.
Okay, so as you fly over the rooftop, you can see essentially your world is at the moment limited to a kind of rectangular formation starting at the gate and then heading towards the house. On either side of the drive is just like briars and that seem to sort of slither and writhe over one another like thorny snakes. Around the back of the house there is a hedge maze and what looks to be a family cemetery with a pagoda in the middle and what looks to be like large crypts or tombs around it. But the centerpiece of the thing is the manor house itself.
Yeah. Does the hedge maze look like it's taken care of, or does it look like it's overgrown?
That actually looks like the neatest piece of vegetation on the entire grounds. Everything else just looks overgrown.
Welcome to the Overlook.
Terrible.
Right?
Clearly, there was a gardener here up until at least the last 5 minutes. So.
Look,
we just got finished with the hedge maze, and then the briars got in.
I have literally been thinking Overlook since he mentioned the moving to Pictionary.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna like swoop back around. Is there anything else that I see as I'm flying back toward the door?
Basically, there's statues. The first images you've seen of a person that isn't Plisken, although they bear extremely strong resemblances to Plisken. Flanking the front door of the manor house is an elderly Yuan gentleman. A statue thereof. I mean, a statue of an elderly Yuan gentleman with an extremely stern face. Staring out at you, and on the other side is a veiled female figure whose head's bowed as if she's weeping.
Wow,
that's always comforting.
Yeah, I'm gonna land a little ways away from the statues because I don't want to get too close to those when I'm by myself, and like do staff tricks, twirling it between my hands while waiting for the others to catch up. Because y'all.
When Randy Pepper gets there, he's going to be like, hey, cool tricks. Do one of the ones where you throw it in the air.
She doesn't miss a beat, just like tosses it up, catches it, twirls it again.
Yeah. Hey, what'd you see when you flew around?
So there's a hedge maze in the back and a
hedge maze?
Yeah.
That sounds fun. Let's go.
Like reach out and grab him. No. Wait.
Oh, what?
There's also a family mausoleum back there, like a cemetery, and there are and of course these statues, and I like point. Are they taller than me?
Yeah, they're about like 8 feet tall, but they're standing on pedestals. So
Yeah.
they probably would be about life size, but they're standing on like 2-foot pedestals.
And I'm gonna
Cute,
point
tragic backstory.
Oh my.
I mean, how much do we know about Plisken's family? This
We
is
know nothing because we just met him.
I'm
But-
sure we know a lot, but
We
right
know
now I can't
nothing.
recall much.
No, we know plenty about Plisken. We got into an argument with the captain one time.
Right.
And
That's right. Well, you would know, as
The one thing that we remember.
those of you that were had served with Plisken would know that he very rarely talked about his family, but he was a noble. He was of noble birth. Given that he was a low-ranking military officer, it was pretty evident that he wasn't he wasn't going to inherit anything. He was basically like a useless junior noble that they just sort of like pushed off into try and get a respectable career, either to the church or to the military, that sort of thing.
Can I like look at the pedestal that the weeping woman is on to see if there's like any writing or anything like that?
It just says mother.
Well, this is Plisken's mama.
Looks like a sheet to me.
Nope, it's a crying woman.
I start mean mugging the statue that is mean mugging me. I do it right back.
I mean, if this is in Plisken's head and it's all based around what he thinks of things, I'm gonna say his relationship with his parents probably wasn't very good.
Well, I mean, crying, maybe it was okay with his mother, but not his father.
well, why don't we go shake his father for some exposition?
Just
How do
Just
you
shake
recommend
him?
doing that? Just like
Yes, just shake it out of him. Just
I
let it
could
fall out of
shoot
his mouth.
I could shoot a fireball at him.
I'm gonna take like 4 very long steps back.
I would.
And for someone with a walking speed of 40, those are some damn long steps. Bye.
All right. So what are we doing? We've got the statue. We're gonna. So far, I'm getting that we're going to push over the statue of Plisken's dad.
Sure.
If that's what you want to do, that's fine. Yeah, like
That sounds like a wonderful plan, if
Okay.
I'm being honest.
Worst idea.
I don't know. Maybe I misinterpreted what was being said there, but that was kind of what I got from it.
Let's just deface the statue of his father.
Whoa, wait. You said that one of the statues, Yuan Ti?
They're both Yuan Ti, but
Oh, okay.
One says mother, one says father on the base of the pedestals, basically.
And the other one's a
Well,
veiled woman.
It's not obvious that the other one's a Yuan Ti because she's veiled and as if she's grieving.
Okay. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't think we're going to get anything from messing with these statues. But the hedge maze, on the other hand, I've been in a lot of hedge mazes in my night. What?
Should we check the house first? I feel like that would be more information. And then
Listen, basements were exciting until hedge maze was an option.
I mean, more exciting than a hedge maze is a family crypt. Like that has the potential for all sorts of ghosts of the past, which I think is what's inhabiting his brain.
That's true. I could go for either.
I use my artificer ability, any tool for the job, and my hand turns into like an auger, and I start drilling at the statue.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Heck
nice.
yeah.
It makes absolutely no resistance whatsoever. It's an inanimate piece of stone. But the more it gets damaged, the less the rain seems to come down. And the less oppressive and unpleasant the place seems in general as the statue collapses.
We were wrong. Destroy them all. Randy starts
on.
pushing over the statues, or trying to.
No, not all of them. Let's do the dad one. I feel like that one might be better. Go
Yeah,
back
leave
to
leave
character voice.
leave the mum alone. She looks awfully sad.
Give me that nuggety exposition center statue.
New Kitty Exposition Center.
I was carved from a slab of marble 200 years ago in a quarry. No.
Was imported from.
So, checking out the house, checking out the hedge maze. What are we doing?
I think we're gonna finish destroying the statue.
Okay. So
Yeah, I think we got to spend about
statue.
another 10 minutes on this one. I try to push over the dad.
Okay, the pedestal that the dad was standing on goes over. I'm not going to make you guys roll for it. It's an inanimate object, and you're all doing it.
Down with nobility.
It falls.
More for the people.
You can hear a distant moaning as it falls.
Oh no.
Where's the moaning coming from?
It's difficult to tell, but it's outside.
I have 120 feet of dark vision, Grundu. So if anything
Can you see through walls?
Yes!
God.
From your position at the front door, you cannot see where this sound emanates.
I
And you
will.
still can't see why soldiers love cinnamon toast rations.
I'm gonna go to the door and knock.
It just swings open.
Cool. And I'm walking in.
I'm right behind her.
You're presented with a very grand sort of entrance hall with a staircase that goes up to one level and then branches off and then goes to like the east and west wings, for instance, upstairs.
Like the Sound of Music entryway.
Just like any
Fancy ass
manor
house.
you know, like I'm sorry, I'm English, so we have lots of these things lying around.
You're
the place.
English?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
You never told me.
Yeah, I know. I hide it well.
Damn it, Gerundu, we had to find out like this.
I'm sorry I lied to you all these years.
Oh, that's why it's raining everywhere.
Yes, exactly. Precisely. That's all I know. I completely lost my train of thought, you bastards.
There's a staircase.
It was a beautiful staircase.
Beautiful
Yes, it's
staircase.
a fine entranceway. It's obviously been built at great expense to look extra super fancy. But it also looks like it hasn't been very well maintained. It sort of is struck with the same sense of sadness as everyone
What a
else.
shame. No one needs this much wealth.
Speak for yourself.
You have on either side of the ground floor, there's 2 doors on each side, and then from the top of the stairs there's a huge picture of Plisken, what looks to be a young Plisken, and 4 other Yuan-Ti children of slightly older age, overseen by the same stern father figure, and the mother this time is not in the picture at all. Just the stern father figure.
I'm just gonna burn his face with a fire bolt. Just his face in the
I was
painting.
gonna say the exact same thing.
The old people with their fire and shit.
Okay. As you do that, the painting burns away and just leaves an empty frame. It doesn't burn
Oops.
any further than the rest of the house.
I meant to just burn his face, but okay.
But yeah, it's gone forever.
Oops.
But there's no noticeable change in the.
People spend years studying art, and you can't just do it in one night.
Everyone's a critic.
That was horrifically disrespectful. I can't believe you just did that.
Granny don't give no fucks.
No. She hands out whiskey like where there's
Yeah,
a window.
that's how it goes. All right, so yeah, you've burnt the painting. However, it didn't seem to have the same quite the same effect as when you nuked the dad statue
That's
out
fine.
the front.
I just thought I would help get rid of his papa.
Yeah, I'm going to look around and see if there are any other representations of his father in the house.
From what you can see in the halls, it's mainly just like pictures of Yuan-Ti nobles in various states of different like clothing that's now out of fashion in different generations. It's sort of like it's displaying like a noble lineage of this Yuan-Ti family. You sort of get a sense of a great weight of expectation.
You said that there's 2 doors up on either side of the staircase, right?
Yes.
And then are there any
there's-
doors on the bottom floor with us?
On the bottom floor, there's 2 doors on the left and 2 doors on the right, and what looks to be like maybe like a cubby hole behind the staircase.
Let's go check out the cubby hole. I'm gonna go open that.
Yeah, cubby hole time.
Trying to find Harry Potter.
Who's that?
Roll me a perception check.
Cool. Am I good at that? Not really, but it's okay. Oh, because it's a 21.
I almost.
You could hear a child crying.
I tried. I'm gonna try and pull open the door.
It is Harry Potter.
It is Harry Potter.
Nice.
You see a little Yuan-Ti boy in like the sort of the fetal position, hugging his knees and crying.
Oh. Are you okay? I reach out my hand to him.
My mummy's gone.
Oh, we can find your mommy. You want to come with us?
No, she's gone forever.
Do
Daddy
you-
says she's not coming home.
Oh, that's really sad. Do you want to come with us anyway?
He nods and sticks his bottom lip out.
Oh, I'll take him in my arms.
Hey, Granny!
Ma!
Hey, what'd you find back there?
I found a boy!
As you,
Found a
What?
and as you pick him up and lift him from the little cupboard, he just disappears.
I lied! I didn't find a boy! He disappeared in my arms! Is he back in there, or is he...
Yeah, he's just back. It's now back in there as if he'd never left. Just going.
Oh. Oh, no.
Oh.
Child, come here. Shh. I, tell the others to shush. Would you like to show me around?
I can't come out of here
Why?
because this is where I stay.
It's not. You don't have to stay here. You stay with us. I'll make sure you have a real room.
Daddy says I have to stay here.
Well, fuck your daddy.
You said a bad word.
I'm
Isn't it
old.
amazing how people make things and think they own things? Strange. that.
Absolutely mind-blowing.
Ooh, existential comment from over here.
I'm sorry I cursed in front of you, small boy, but let's come out of the cupboard. Let's go walk and talk, and you can show me around. I'll protect you from your dad.
Okay.
Okay, I will take his hand.
And this time it doesn't just poof back into the cupboard.
Yay!
Try it a couple more
follows you around.
times.
Okay, and I'm walking back over with this young boy. Does it
Hello?
look like a little...
It looks like little Plisken.
Aw, does he have an eye patch?
No.
Oh, thank Christ. I hope this wasn't a childhood issue.
No.
Hello.
It's a little button-nosed Plisken boy.
I
Hello.
found him in the cupboard. Oh, I'm Grandma Mabel Jean. You can call me Granny. Everyone does.
Thank you.
Do you want to friends?
Hello, strangers.
Hi,
Oh!
It's like
I'm Randy. I reached my
I'm
hand out to shake
scared.
it. Reach my hand out. Shaking fashion.
You're very big.
Oh, thanks.
He's
I
very
appreciate it, kid.
I'm Riri. Hi.
Hello. You seem nice.
I try to be nice.
I like it when people are nice.
I'm gonna crouch down so I'm at the same height as him. I'm not very tall anyway, but I can get myself down to his height and be like, "We're here to help you if we can. Are you okay?"
No, because Daddy's not very nice, and he's taken big me, and won't let him go, even though he doesn't like it here, and he wants to go back to the Plisken, but he can't because Daddy won't let him.
Where's Daddy keeping Big U captive?
In the crypt.
Now here's the important question. When you say Big Plisken, does that mean like a version of you that's like 20 times the size, or does that mean a version of you that's older?
No, he's not like 20 times, maybe like
100?
4 times? I don't know, but he's all grown up, but not like quite as grown up as you, mister. You're real grown up.
Hey, you watch your mouth, kid.
Hey, you watch your mouth, mister. Don't scare the
Hey,
child.
you watch your mouth, Grandma.
I'm just gonna like casually lean on my staff and look at him and go, "Don't scare the kid."
Yeah,
Let's not
okay.
discuss the aging of meat.
Oh my god, what a fantastic way to put it!
You're funny. I like you.
Let's go be irresponsible and go get Plisken as I roll a persuasion roll for the kid.
All right.
What's Plisken's first name? Does anyone know?
Plisken. That's what it
Plisken.
is.
Plisken.
It's just
Never
Plisken,
told
Plisken?
anybody. When he was in
First
the army,
name
he was
Plis,
Captain
last name
Plisken or Lieutenant Plisken. But
23.
23. This kid, his eyes, if they could form love hearts, they would. He's like, you've won over this small snake boy, you fabulous metal man. He's like, I like you so. Yeah, you seem like a good guy. You can help Big Plisken get away from Daddy.
Yes, let's be irresponsible and do something to your father.
Yay!
Kid, I'm gonna do so many things to your father that you can't even imagine.
Wink.
What?
Hey, Jicky Bump Bump.
What?
Lightning strikes the front porch. It's like, yeah, as if to suggest that perhaps we should not involve little Plisken in such tawdry discussions.
What'd I say?
Not a thing. Let's go. He's at the crypt, right? That's it.
Boy. All right.
Gonna
So,
hold the boy's hand as we walk.
so yeah, little Plisken is sort of yeah, you've really emboldened him with these fine, brave adventurers consisting of a couple of geriatrics, a bird lady, and the finest, bronzest bard there ever was.
Oh no.
He's the biggest action figure this kid has ever seen.
Yeah, exactly. He's never seen little Plisken's never ever seen anything quite like.
Oh, I thought you were about to tell me little Plisken's never seen a toy, and I was about to be like,
He probably hasn't.
Oh, Plisken.
We're going to murder this
He's
dead.
He's seen the inside of a lot of cupboards.
oh, this poor
So he's
boy.
like sort of leading you by the hand round the side of the house, through the completely ignoring the hedge maze.
Sullivan is not happy about this.
We're going to the other one that you wanted to go to, though. So
That one's fine.
You find as you approach the family plot, you could see in the distance Plisken lying on a marble dais, coiled around which is an enormous snake with the face of a weeping woman.
Jeez.
An aged Yuan-Ti pureblood man stands with his back to you. He's muttering about how his son is a disgrace and a disappointment. Behind the dais extends a cemetery, and one of the most immediately visible inscriptions reads "Confidence." Another one reads "Hope." There are many others, but most of them aren't visible from
as I'm gonna do a thing. As we walk up and I see, the papa, I'm just gonna fire a firebolt at him.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, do it. Yeah.
Not a fireball, a firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why enunciation is important.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's fine.
That would be a 16.
Yep, hits.
Cool beans. 2d10. Where are my d10s? Oh, this will do. There. Okay, that is a 15 points of damage.
15, you say? Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Pardon me. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll have some initiative then.
You're welcome. I don't know.
Best part of my day.
As the firebolt, just while you're rolling that, I'll take the numbers in a sec. But as the firebolt hits the back of this elderly UNT, he sort of whirls around with his jacket on fire. What on earth are you doing here? Get away from my son!
Oh, I hate him.
That's my grandson. You will not hurt him.
Right. So that was the prelude to some combat. So what were our initiative scores?
I got a 14.
14. Yeah. Okay.
I got 11.
11 from Tiana. Okay, yeah. 7.
18.
Granny! Off the blocks for the quickness. Alright. Let's have a roll for an old man.
So many old people in this.
Also an 18. What's your dex?
15.
That beats mine, so Granny goes first still. Followed by Bad Dad.
Bad dad.
Dead.
And remind me, is this like an open air area, or is
Yeah,
it
so you've got like, I described it as a pagoda, but that's not quite right. It's kind of like a little bit like a sort of like a bandstand kind of thing, with like a circular thing with pillars, and then in the center of that is like a dais, a slab that Plisken's laid on, and then coiled around the bottom of that is the giant snake with a woman's face, which doesn't seem to have moved yet.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We took care of one snake. We could take care of another.
As you say that, the sun seems to come out behind a cloud, and a little bit more color comes into the world.
It's
It's a sign! Attack!
It's a gazebo. That's what it is. That's
A
the word I was
gazebo.
looking for.
Gazebo.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do. Whatever, it's one of those things.
My brother got married in one of those, and I'm like, the name is on the tip of my tongue, and I can't pull it up.
It's a good word too. So
It's a 5-pointer right there.
Got a gazebo. But before we get stuck into a linguistic trap of repeating funny words, Granny, you're gonna back up that fireball with something a little bit meatier.
Yeah, I'm gonna back it up with a fireball.
A fireball.
But I'm gonna make sure that it's not going to like hit anybody, because I
Okay.
figure we're still a little ways
Yeah,
back.
you were on the approach, so we'll
Yeah.
say what, 50 feet away.
Okay.
And he
yes.
was standing clear of the gazebo.
Yeah, because I don't want to
Going,
hit. I don't want to hit my.
disappointment,
I don't want to hit my
terrible boy.
grandson either. So everybody's my
he's-
grandson. So
He's in prime fireball position.
cool. I need a dex save and throw.
Okay.
I'm actually. Well, listen. We're gonna, because I have the fireball wand. We're gonna go up a level or 2.
Ooh. All right.
Yep. Yeah. So I need a dex save.
Okay. A 16.
Okay, barely makes it, but he's still gonna take. So I'm gonna cast it at 5th level, and he's gonna take 10d6.
10d6. Bloody hell. All right.
Yep. And
Please.
36 points or 38 points of damage halved is.
19.
Thank you.
Okay. He's crispy.
Yeah.
He's real crispy. Not very happy.
Whoops, didn't mean to do that again. That's all I can do.
Okay, that's cool. Well, Bad Dad is up next. Crispy Bad Dad.
Crispy Bad Dad.
With extra dipping sauce. Is
That sounds delicious. I'm so hungry for it. I'm starving right
Crispy
now.
Bad Dad.
Yeah, with extra
My
dipping sauce.
favorite.
Mm.
Let's get some of that. He draws a saber
Cool.
Very,
from
very
his
noble.
side. And it's like, and makes a beeline for you.
For Granny?
For Granny, yeah.
Okay.
I will use my reaction to use cutting words like, you couldn't hit the broadside against Yankee, you insecure shark hammer.
Wow.
Wonderful.
While I recover, just refresh my memory as to what that does.
I roll my bardic inspiration die, and they subtract that from their attack roll.
Okay, yeah, right, nice. Yes, please do that. Alright, oh, that's a 10 anyway, so I don't think that's going to need it.
Yeah, well, either way.
But he looks
three.
really pissed off. And furthermore, the sunlight actually comes fully out from behind a cloud, and now everything is in sort of like muted pastel colors instead of completely monochrome as you deliver a verbal thrashing to Plisken's dad.
It shattered coming.
From the tomb marked Hope, you can sort of see a spectral arm with a sword start to emerge
Yeah. Oh.
from the door. And we go to Randy's turn.
Okay. Is the dad looking like okay? Like he's still looking pretty strong?
I mean, he's still standing. He's looking crispy and really angry.
Oh, well, I don't like the sound of that. Randy Pepper is going to run forward. As he does, he's going to cast Melf's minute meteors. So he gets a couple 6 meteors floating around his body, which he pulls up from the ground using his magic. And a fun fact about Randy is that when he's in a dire situation, the ghost of a battlefield fighter that was merged with his body takes over and gives him abilities he wouldn't otherwise have because of his 2 levels in fighter. So he's going to use his action surge to give himself another action, and he is going to use that to cast Chromatic Orb at 2nd level, and he's gonna huck a big ball. So he does like a baseball pitch where he like really winds it up with the arm with an encircle thing, and he hucks a ball of, I'm gonna go with fire because that seemed to work, at the dad.
All right.
And he has to make, I believe, a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I make a ranged attack. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a spell attack. Okay.
Oh, rats! I got a 10.
Oh no.
And he sort of goes, ah! Sidesteps it. It's like, you missed.
Well, I can throw one of my meteors as a bonus action, so I'm gonna do that.
As you just, okay, yeah, let's have that then.
So I can expend 1 or 2 of them. So I guess I'm gonna huck 2 of them,
Sure.
both at him, and I do it at a point, and everything within 5 feet of that point gets affected by this. So is the snake within, like, is there a place I could throw it within 5 feet between him and the snake, or probably not,
Yeah.
right? There is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 50 feet away.
Okay, sweet. So I'm gonna do that.
You got closer, but yeah.
So they both will make a dexterity saving throw then.
All right then. Okay, so he gets a 10.
No.
Nope. Where is she? Pardon me while I flick through to find the correct stats. And she gets a 19.
Okay, that does it. So the snake takes 3 damage, and he takes 6 damage as this meteor explodes. These 2 meteors explode in between them.
Okay.
And the whole time he's just screaming, "Fire! Fire! Fire!"
Oh no.
He likes fire.
I
The
mean,
best.
it's an excellent element.
And that's his turn.
Okay, that's cool. What does it look like as you strike this geriatric with a saber to the ground? I guess as he takes a meteor to the face or whatever.
Wait, it takes him down?
Yeah, it takes the old man down.
Oh shoot! I'm gonna say like it kills him. If
Yeah, he's
so,
gone.
it blows off his legs like he stepped on a mine.
Okay. So his limbs, his lower extremities are blown away.
And then Randy yells, "Looks like I got a leg up on this fight!"
But as they do, they are replaced by a thick serpentine lower body.
Never mind.
And the
I mean, you
upper
still got a
half-
leg up.
The upper half of his torso changes and broadens and spreads out and stretches, and his head becomes this big serpent face, and he is no longer a Yuan-Ti pureblood. He is now a Yuan-Ti abomination.
What a dick.
What a
Wow, this boss fight has stages. I feel like I'm in an old video game.
I knew Final Fantasy would come in handy.
Hang it!
Looks
okay.
like he's Snake, guys.
Okay, it is Riri.
Okay, how tall is he now? Is he still about the same size, or is he like big snake? Big
He's
snake.
yeah, he's bigger. He's a lot bigger. He's like 10 foot tall.
Okay, so is he a large creature at this point?
Yes, he would be.
Okay, just clarifying for my own like mental image. All right, I'm gonna launch myself into the air again to like come up over him and do another one of those double strikes on the way down,
Okay.
because that's my signature move apparently. Sorry, haven't played a monk in a minute.
Blood.
That is 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do.
And 17.
As will that one. Yeah, that's fine too.
Excellent. All right. 13, 23 points of damage on that.
Okay.
Smokes.
And as I land, I'm going to spend a key point to do a flurry of blows and do 2 unarmed attacks.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That is a 24 to hit. I have to
Yep.
math. And 15. Does 15 hit?
It does. Just.
Whew, I'll take it. Jesus Christ. Math. So much math.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Who would have thought? That is an additional 19 points of damage.
Nice.
And I will spend another key point to turn one of those into a stunning strike. So he has to make a con saving throw.
Ooh, okay. That is a 19, which I'm guessing beats it.
19 passes, yeah. And I automatically get the disengage action with my with one of my abilities. I don't remember which one it is. So
Evasion
I'm
or something?
Huh?
Evasion or I
It's
don't
not
know.
evasion. It's something specific, but I'd have to remember what the name of it is again.
I believe you. Don't worry about it.
But with it, it's a drunken master thing. So I when I hit with a melee attack, I get disengaged in an extra 10 feet. So I'm gonna like pop back 15 feet or so.
Good idea.
Like a coward. Yeah,
Oh no. Like a smart person that knows that we shoot fireballs at people.
Heatcaster, cast me your heat.
And so I walk up and says, "No one's ever gonna respect you, Cobra Commander. Stick it in your Jacobson's organ." as I use dissonant whispers.
Have a point of inspiration for that. That was fantastic.
Nice.
Make me laugh, get inspiration.
And I'll cast dissonant whispers with that terrible invective I put on them.
All right.
That's say wisdom saving throw.
Cool. 18 that time.
All right, they pass. They will take it's 19 damage. They'll take half.
Okay, cool.
All right, and just for a little sound wave action, my little viol buddy, they kind of like they jump off my back and will also attack.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Oh yeah, artificer.
Yep. And that's a 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Damage.
How much was that, sorry?
No, sorry, it's not a ton of damage. It's 8 damage.
Okay. Sorry, I thought I just missed it.
Nope.
All right. Back up to Granny dearest. By the way, little Plisken is cowering.
Good.
You let go of your hand as soon as you started throwing fireballs around.
No, that's fine.
Howard, this is the most exciting day he's had in a while.
I'm just trying to take care of your bad dad.
Your dad is scarier than ever now.
Well, it's fine. He will be dead here in a bit. Is there can I move so that if I cast a spell, it won't hit anybody?
What are you trying to cast?
Burning hands. So it's a
Okay,
cone.
so it's 50
I'm trying.
cone.
Yeah. Fireball is a different story. Like I would understand if you're like, no way.
I mean, again,
Well,
I have evasion.
Yeah, he was kind of getting up at. Yeah, I think you'd be probably at risk of hitting Tiana.
She backed up. She evaded.
Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah,
because she's a coward. You bounced out of the way.
I have movement for days.
And then the rest of it's been. Yeah.
I think I moved a bit ahead.
Okay.
I don't know.
Problem
if
with
that took
theater
away,
of the
though.
mind.
Well, fuck it then. I will just cast 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Alright.
So I don't hit any of my friends. Oh shit, they were both rolled the same thing. 21 to hit. Both times.
Both hit.
Cool beans. Give me 1 second. D10. 12 points for the first one, 9 points for the second one.
Okay. Bad dad. Mega bad dad. With his newfound bestial face and body. Besides, he's had quite enough of Granny's guff. Thank you very much.
Bring it, coward.
Granny's Guff. That sounds like a product name, but I can't think what product it would be.
Granny's Guff.
Granny's guff hot sauce.
Nothing good.
Nothing good.
Nobody makes you feel small like Granny.
Is this a new round, correct?
Yes. Yeah. We've gone back, back up to the top.
Yeah, I'll use cutting words again. Like,
oh yeah.
Alita's tool bag. Say what?
What?
-4.
Cool. It's a 2, but I've got multi-attack this time because I'm now an abomination. So that first one,
Shit. It's
I'm
fine.
afraid, first one is a miss. going to try and constrict you with a 19.
Well, that definitely hits.
Okay.
As a reaction, I'm gonna hellish rebuke. So you need to make a dex saving throw.
Okay. 10.
He fails and takes 29 points of fire damage.
Whoa!
Maker.
Fire!
Everything's cast at level 4 because I'm a warlock.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch!
I was worried that we were going to go long. This is going to be like the shortest encounter ever. My bad. Okay. Bad Dad is still standing.
That's fine, but now he's more on
let's see.
fire.
He is more on
He's a
fire.
little more crispy snake.
But you are still grappled by his constrict attack.
And then did that do any damage or anything to me?
It does, yes.
Okay.
Well, I thought we'd resolve your hellish rebuke,
mean,
first. Y'all get off me, you lousy, filthy snake!
Ew, son of a bitch!
So that will just do the D6s. Fortunately, I play Monster of the Week, so I have to.
You're welcome.
When Dragon Bait was looking for D10s, I was over here like...
You can have 2 bludgeoning damage from that constrict.
Oh, the
And then
pain.
you can have the 3rd attack,
Oh, cool.
which is going to be a bite.
No.
And that is a 22.
Well, yeah, that hits. I'm an old woman.
Good. Alright, so it's 1d6 plus 4 piercing. So that's 8 piercing damage plus 10, 12 poison damage.
What a shithead. So 20 altogether?
Yes.
Ow. That's fine. I'm still very good. You can laugh now.
Foolish old granny.
Randy, you're up.
Randy, fire! I'm running. I'm gonna go so I can use my burning hands. I'm gonna like run around him so I can like just get him with the end of my cone, right? So I'm not hitting anyone else.
Well, you're going to be hitting Granny because she's constricted by
She'll be fine.
Okay.
Thanks.
If you're happy with that, then so am I. Go for it.
We're gonna get out of this soon. Okay, I'm gonna use
All
burning
right.
hands. I'm gonna use it at 3rd level because that's just fun. And so I believe that. So it's a dexterity saving throw from him
Okay.
and from Granny.
Can I do that if I'm restrained?
At dis, I will say.
Cool
Just
beans.
manage on that.
At least you can do it.
Dexterity saving throw. Do well,
14.
dice.
14 for Bad Dad.
That does not work.
That is a 15.
You did it. Good job.
At disadvantage too. Hooray for me!
Okay, so that is going to be 5d6 of damage. So
Wow.
Oh, it's awful. I got 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, so 10. It's not that impressive.
Oh, good.
I'm also gonna hurl 2 meteors at him with my bonus action. So we'll see how he likes that. And how Granny likes that too at the same time.
Work for the dinosaurs.
Hit him, not me.
I'm doing what I can, okay? I'm just doing what I can. So dexterity saving throws again.
For both, is it
Alrighty.
arranged or is it just one?
It's an AoE.
I wonder, since I'm throwing 2 meteors, do you make 2 dexterity saving throws? I think so, right? Or do we want to just do it all in one?
Ah, shit.
Seems like
There's
it'd be
no
easy.
way I'm gonna be good at this twice with disadvantage.
So that's a 2 plus 3, so 5.
Terrible.
And an 18.
I got
That does it.
so I got 17 for the first one and 7 for the second one.
Okay, so you both take the full damage on one and half damage on the other. So the first one is going to be 8 damage.
Yeah.
And the second one is going to also be 8 damage.
8. Thank you.
Okay.
Getting hit more by my party members than the actual guy.
The baddest of dads
Yeah, we
is
gotta,
still standing.
gotta take care of the badness real quick.
Yeah, so Granny don't die.
Yeah, he's not looking very good, but he is still grabbing Granny.
Venomous old hag.
Fire!
Fire! Riri.
I'm gonna like launch up and fly at his head to do the 2 staff strikes and like hit him on my way through.
All right.
Trying to get him to let go of Granny because I'm not in favor of this.
Yes, please.
16 to hit.
Yes.
And 16 again.
Also yes. In fact,
I mean,
no, not that time.
I hope so.
Not that time. No. The second 16 doesn't count.
God damn it. 17 damage on those 2.
Okay.
And as I land through on the other side, I'm gonna like whirl around dexterously on one foot and go into claw with the talons for 2 unarmed strikes. I'm gonna flurry of blows again because it works so well for me. 22 to hit and 17 to hit.
Yeah, both of those do. So.
And that is 13 damage.
Okay. How would you like to describe killing Bad Dad?
Excellent. So after seeing Granny getting hurt by this guy and then again by Randy, I'm just like, nope, we need to get this over with as quickly as possible and just like go up onto my toes, launch at him with my staff in both hands and just like knock his head one way with one strike and then the other way with the other. He's too disoriented when I land next to him to notice that I like stick my talons up and under his snaky rib cage and pull his heart out and pull it out.
Wow. Wow.
My favorite granddaughter.
Like you hear little Plisken go, "Oh my god!" Like, oh, it's so. Oh, oh,
You like that, kid? You like that?
kinda.
And I'm gonna let the heart drop and just like look at it disdainfully as I clean my talons off.
Wow. Well, Bad Dad is down.
Hey, well, if you don't want that, I'll take it.
I'll toss it to him. Have fun.
The sun is now like
pocket.
the sun has now like basically come completely out. It stopped raining. Color has come back into the world. Plisken is still laying on the dais and is still surrounded by the snake with the face of a weeping woman.
I'm gonna run over to him.
The snake, although it did get a meteor thrown at it at one stage, never moved from the side of Plisken and just sort of tried to huddle around him as the explosion went off. The spectral arm holding a sword and giving a thumbs up from inside the crypt marked confidence has sort of stepped out, and it's Plisken in like a full like Three Musketeers kind of uniform with
Nice.
like a big floppy hat and a feather and so on. So like, ha ha! Self-confidence! Plisken is still asleep, and there are other tombs dotted around.
I'm going to pour some whiskey in his mouth because it makes everything better.
Well,
As you move closer towards it, the woman's face on this snake sort of comes closer and examines you. Doesn't say anything. but sort
like
of,
some whiskey,
blocks your way
I
from getting to him.
I need to save my grandson.
What do you want with my son?
I want to help him. He's our friend, and I think of him as my grandson.
And then you could see another musketeer figure emerge from the crypt marked Hope.
See, it's helping out right now.
Yeah, I'll come over next to Granny and like look up at the woman and say, the specter of his father hung heavy, but he's gone, at least for now.
Yeah, we killed him.
Oh, Randy.
You come into my son's mind with fire and pain.
And
Why
love.
should I trust?
We pulled him out of the cupboard to help him, and we weren't trying to hurt him with the fire, just the bad guy.
Also, we did not mean to come in here. I'd like to point out we were put
there's
in
that
here.
too.
This was not intentional. I want to go drink and feel it.
Would somebody like to give me perhaps a persuasion or something of that description?
I would love
Yes,
to. May
I would.
Hard.
I just kind of like I walk up like, hey, nobody needs to get hurt except Plisken's dad.
I got
He
18.
was an asshole.
I got a 17.
17.
And then we high five.
Yeah, the gold people. Ah!
Old high five.
She sort of uncoils herself from around the dais and lets you approach.
I am convinced you are his friends.
Grandmother.
I walk up to Plisken's body and say, well, I ain't gonna kiss him.
I'm gonna walk up to him as well.
As you say that, like, birds start tweeting, like, flowers open up in the garden. And...
He's so relieved you're not gonna kiss him.
I'm gonna walk up to him and be like, pour some whiskey in his mouth.
Okay.
That's how
Teacher. Rounds, game over.
Yeah, roll a medicine check.
this will be great, 16.
He doesn't choke.
Good. I would have made sure he didn't.
I form a horn over my mouth and I play the wake up bugle I know he hates.
Ooh, good call. Good call.
Yeah.
A cloud passes in front of the sun. Where he sort of goes, "Ah! No!" Starts to stir, but doesn't quite fully awake.
It's time to get up, friend. Grandson.
We have to annoy him more. I just start screaming in his ear. Ah!
If you want somebody to kiss him, Grundu, tell us now.
I will kiss him. I just don't want to.
No.
Let me at him.
Let me at him.
Sorry. Let me just compose myself for a second there.
Sure.
At the sound of the reveille, the bugle call, he begins to stir the stench of stale whiskey on his breath. God!
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Hello.
Hey, dude.
Hi.
What? Where the devil are we? What?
We're in your head. We killed your dad, and your mom is kind of cool.
You've got a lot of stuff you need to work out, dude. Have you ever seen a therapist?
That was
I'm,
not the person I expected to say that.
No, I never have because, quite frankly, I can't convince one to see me for more than 5 seconds.
I mean, whiskey just makes everything better.
That is the wrong lesson to take from this.
So I just lift. You don't see anything, but he kind of like lifts up his eye patch and rubs his eye, like, ugh. So you killed my father.
Yeah, with fire.
If you
Lots
ever,
of fire.
presumably, when we get out of here, would you mind killing him for real? His really
Oh,
is
is
rather
he still alive?
he's rather a bastard. Yes.
Oh, if he locked you in a cupboard like your dreams little self told you, I will definitely set him on fire.
Oh,
Yes,
is he?
I'm absolutely in favor.
Let's put it to a vote. Who wants to kill Plisken's dad?
Well, murder is a capital crime, but we're on
Well,
board anyway, right?
I mean, I do. I have 4 other brothers, but if we, keep this on the down low, so to speak, I think we could.
I don't
I
think
could stand to
fire-
inherit rather a large sum. So I wouldn't be
killing
averse to
for
the
money.
idea.
That's different.
Yes.
I wouldn't suggest that we did it for fun, but certainly for profit and personal gain. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, assassination's fine. Murder is, well,
Illegal.
I
Illegal.
mean, you don't even get anything from it.
No.
Oh.
Satisfaction of a job well done, I suppose. But yes, well, I suppose thank you for waking me up. That's been jolly useful. I was rather hoping it would take in the region of about 20 minutes longer. That's
This is
on
one of
me.
the fastest game one-shots I've ever played in.
Do you
Yeah.
need me to stall? Plisken, I can stall really good.
I think we could have a bit of a post-match breakdown, so to speak. I think that'll probably work.
We could bring him back and kill him again with your help.
I'd sooner really not speak to or have anything to do with my father at all, ever, if at all possible.
That's a very good idea.
Did you look in any of the rooms in the house by any
We
chance?
did not. We found little you in a cupboard, and then we were like, "Fuck this guy! Let's go kill him."
Ah.
That's about
I
exactly
see.
how the conversation went, too.
Well, I'm rather glad you didn't, because most of my most embarrassing memories, you see, are contained within that house.
Oh, really? She starts running back towards the house.
I start misty stepping as many times as I can back to the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna launch myself into the sky so he can't reach me and go flying.
don't worry, Plisken. I've seen what's in your footlocker. I want nothing to do with that.
I appreciate your discretion in that. It was a pretty low point in my life. Please don't return to the house, friends.
We're gone.
We're gone.
Oh, God.
What's he gonna say to us?
A single,
hear that.
extremely dense rain cloud forms above Plisken's head.
I'll hear that and back wing and land on the roof and look down at him like, just teasing.
I'm not.
Okay, so
We all have our secrets.
these are might be some examples of things I would have done if you'd not gone straight to the crypt. So
The son shouldn't have told us where he was.
this is true, but I was concerned about going over time. But I needn't have been. That fight, you absolutely beat the crap out of Bad Dad.
It's the power of fire.
And monks are
And love.
scary.
Yeah, so you return into the house.
Just the old people, though.
Just the elderly people to embarrass the young fellow. Where do you go
their
first?
generation is just so stuck inside of their calligraphy tablets these days. Got to show them what a hard day's work
so
means.
Let's just start from the bottom and work our way up until
Okay.
Plisken
Door by
stops
door, yeah.
us. Yeah.
So as you approach the house from the back this time and enter through the kitchen. You see a young Plisken standing on his tiptoes on a box, leaning over a bowl, while his mother is rolling out some dough and preparing a meal. Plisken's just spooning jam into his face from this bowl.
Cute.
And then his mother turns around to say, "What are you doing, Plisken?" And in fact, you never actually hear her say his name, because Plisken, as I've discussed before, is his surname. It's like, "What are you doing, little one?" And he turns around, his face covered in jam, and one of his elder brother comes in and pulls his trousers down. The little 4-year-old gets pantsed in front of his mother while he's trying to enjoy a tender moment with some jam.
Granny, this one's boring. I want to go to the next room.
As we leave, I just smack the older child with my cane.
Yeah, he's been pantsed by his brother in front of his mother. The next room is a billiards room. He's like, I go to pot the 8 ball. It's going to be absolutely no problem. You've got a sort of younger teenager.
Oh, we're back in the bunker. I get it now.
You're playing billiards. You've got a teenager Plisken here. Got a bit more swagger. Still got both eyes.
Still got both. Interesting.
Still got both eyes. Teenage Plisken with both eyes. He's leaning across the table to take a long shot. There are a couple of younger ladies in the room that he's evidently trying to impress.
Plisken.
And as he leans across the table, looks back and winks at these 2 young ladies, he lets rip the absolute sickest fart you've ever heard in your life. Like he bends across the pool table.
Now this room's more like it.
Oh, that poor boy. Never been good with the ladies.
Or his bowels.
Or his bowels. He's almost as bad as you are.
Ha ha! Fire!
An enormous gout of flame blasts this memory of Plisken through the wall. He disappears with a poof. What time are we on now? 23:42. I think we've got about 15 minutes left on the stream.
You can wrap it up if you want to.
I think we can. Yeah, I think we can wrap things up about here. Again, my apologies for sort of running this a little bit faster.
It was great, Garundu.
I expected to.
Fun.
Remember when I jokingly said into the Discord chat that we were going to be so efficient and good at TNT that we're going to finish it?
I legitimately did not believe you. I thought we were going to go like 15 minutes over because
I did too.
Never fast.
These are my notes. I have 3 paragraphs, which is basically 3 scenes, and I was like, I'm pretty sure between us we can play out those scenes to 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we basically did. I just kind of miscalculated how badly you were going to whoop Bad Dad's ass. So well done. Hopefully it'll be paced a little bit better in the future. But as I say, we'll go through and sort of sign off, and everyone can plug their respective stuff. And we will reconvene after that. We'll reconvene next week for who's up next.
We haven't
Decide.
Ooh,
someone.
I guess should we roll for it?
Roll for who's next.
Roll for who's next on air. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, a D4?
Yeah.
D4. Okay.
So Tiana, you will be 1, Sylvan 2, DB3, Ernest 4. Just because of the order you are on my stream.
Please do not pick 3. I am not ready. I have episodes 2.
Okay, I'm gonna be 4.
He's gonna roll a 3 just for the shits.
Uno, it is Tiana.
Yay!
Well, it's a good thing that I already have some ideas, and
thank God.
So next Monday we'll be playing Riri's Dream. As I say out the corner of my eyes, I put my dice back in my bag. So since Tiana's going to be presenting next week, we will start with Tiana to sign off and plug in stuff.
All right, so all my stuff is a paragraph at this point. I'm Tiana. I on Twitter. I am Vanna1895. I tweet pictures of cats and D&D stuff and all of that sort of.
That's true. She does.
occasional Rage Against the Machine because that's just the world that we're kind of in at the moment. I stream most often with Quest and Chaos, which is twitch.tv/Quest and Chaos. We play D&D, we play Call of Cthulhu. There's a bunch of board games on there. We are hopefully pretty soon finishing up the Rick and Morty starter set. We're going to be playing that in 3 hours.
That's the other one.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're going to be starting that off in about 4 hours, or continuing it, where I play the Jerry character, which is just entirely too much fun. And
Always.
we're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu in space because it's great. Yeah, we stream at 7 o'clock Pacific time on Monday and Tuesday, and 6 o'clock for Call of Cthulhu on Saturdays. And we play a lot of games. We keep ourselves and everyone else entertained while we're all locked inside the same four walls. So come check us out. Come and hang out with us. We have a pretty great community.
Yay!
Yay! And I'll leave all the
Yay for great communities.
I'll leave the role for weird stuff to DB.
Oh, that's fine.
Good call. Sullivan, my man.
I'm Sullivan Harris. You can follow me on Twitter at Sullivan J. Harris. You can also catch me on the podcast Ravnik Avengers, which is a D&D 5e real play podcast. We're playing in Ravnica, which is the Magic the Gathering setting. It's a good time. If you want to know how to spell that, it's RAVNICAVENGERS. Boom. And also that Twitter is it's like right down there or something. I think it's on my little square. So you can check that out there. Also shout out to I think like half the cast of that show is in the Twitch chat right now.
Awesome.
Being terrorists. So thanks for showing up, guys. And also come back here next Monday to watch this again.
When someone better will be DMing.
No, don't say that.
No.
I so strongly beg to differ. You don't even know.
Oh, don't say that.
Don't worry about it. I'm only being self-deprecating. Don't worry about it. It's fun. DV, my dear.
Oh, yes. Hello, I am Dragonbait. I am from the 20-Sided Adventures podcast, where we are a 5e D&D podcast in space. I also am the keeper for Roll for Weird, and we're a Monster of the Week podcast, which we stream once a month. This month, maybe twice. We're not sure yet.
Yeah.
And then we edit all the episodes and put it in a podcast feed. You can find everything at either 20 Essay Podcast on all of the social medias, or Roll for Weird at all of the social medias.
All right. And then Ernest, my friend.
Okay, I've got the shortest one of all. I'm super new to streaming. Hi, I'm Ernest. You can find me on Twitter at Hollow Invective, which is down in the box right there. I'll be streaming 50 Fathoms tomorrow on Other Doc's channel. That's a Savage World setting. And I've still yet to get any content of my own out there, but I should probably work on that. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, man. Well, by all means, it's been really fun.
You were
playing
awesome.
with you all today. I really enjoyed it. But finally, I am Jirundu. You can find me at Jirundu. It's up on your screen now. If you can't see it for whatever reason, my name is spelled Girunduu. I am Silas Lancaster on Roll for Weird. I play an elderly, neurotically charged vampire. I'm also the forthcomingly going to be co-host of Dice Talk with Jeremy Fair, who's the djinn and who set me up to fail, the bastard, with his elaborate monologue to set us all off, and he's going to be playing us out at the end of the 6-week run.
At least I don't have to follow that monologue, and I am happy with that.
You did a really good job there. But yeah, I guess that's going to sort of just about wrap us up. So yeah, join us every week, every Monday at the same time for the next, I guess, 5 weeks now. I have a 6-week run. It's been a lot of fun, guys. It was the first time that we, as a collective, have all played together. Which is nice.
Heck yeah.
So, I mean, like I say, it's been a big sort of learning experience, I think, for all of us today, especially me. I'm not a natural presenter by any stretch of the imagination, but
Did great, Grundu.
You're
thank you very much.
you're a very natural storyteller, and that's what came through.
Say one more bad word about yourself, and Randy Pepper will be at your doorstep
To set you on fire.
Please.
morning
Fire,
to set
fire,
you
fire.
on fire.
Don't want that.
Don't want that.
I'm looking forward to a Randy fire.
Oh my.
A burning passion in my
Wow,
pants.
Silas is coming through
Oh,
there.
he's dropping Filbert and
Filbert.
going for Randy.
I'm looking for a man more my own age and more my own speed.
93. Where's my 93?
Adam, help me
96?
out.
Wrap it up,
Help me
man.
moderate.
Take us
Oh.
out.
Are you gonna give each other the Werther's original?
No, wait.
That's basically. How did you know? I've got something sweet in my pocket for you.
Wow.
And on
Okay.
that absolutely disgraceful note, before we have
Oh, we just dropped
Torn
down to
from
0
the-
viewers.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
shocking.
goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
I'm drowning. Bye.